discussing the announcements from Apple's Glowtime event. This is MacVoices. MacVoices is supported by 1Password Extended Access Management. It is security for the way we work today. Find out more at onepassword.com/MacVoices. A quick note about this and some of the future MacVoices live sessions. We recorded this the night after Apple's Glowtime event, and in order to get this out to you a little bit quicker, I'm going to forego the usual editing process so that we can get the information into your hands as soon as possible. So, on with the show. Welcome to MacVoices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, this is MacVoices Live. It's Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Whatever time it is, wherever you are, we're on YouTube at youtube.com/MacVoicesTV. We have a bunch of our friends in the chat room already, more coming in as I speak. So it's going to be a big party tonight. This should be considered the Afterglow show. We're going to talk about all of Apple's Glowtime. Yeah, leave it alone, Jeff.
No, Chuck, I think it's actually an appropriate title for the show, considering I slipped up the other day and started calling it the Glow Job event.
Yeah, yes, I remember that. And it wasn't on this show, but well, maybe it was.
I thought it was. I don't know. They all blend together.
Yeah,
but I thought it was here.
Now. I've never heard that before, so. But then
okay.
I guess maybe I missed a show.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe he was on In Touch with iOS.
Might have been on the Mac show.
I think you did it on In Touch.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're here to talk about Apple's Glowtime event and the announcements that happened there, and what it's all going to cost each one of us. So let's go around the room, find out who's here, and because we do have a special surprise person joining us, and then we'll get to it. In the top left of my screen, it's off tonight. And top left, Mr. David Ginsburg. David, great to see you.
Great to see you all. Boy, we're having a lot of fun here this week. I can't wait to talk about this great event that we just had and how we could spend everybody's money.
Yes. Ben Roethig is here after way too long an absence because of storms and health and all kind of other things, but he's here now. Ben, it's great to see you.
It's great to be here, and it's even better to be able to do this.
You're just taunting me again.
Yes, I am, Jeff. Yes, I am.
For those of you listening to the audio only, Ben is stroking his credit card, which he usually does.
Did it just get hot in here?
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Yeah. Brian Flanigan-Arthurs is here with Brian. Do you have a tie on? You're up.
I do.
Yeah. Okay. There's the tie. Yeah. So you're the professional. You bring the professionalism to the audience tonight. Thank you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I predicted before. This yesterday that it was going to be an expensive fall for me. So we'll see how that turns out.
I get it. Eric Bolden is here with another of his trademark backgrounds. Eric, I think I know what kind of butterfly it is, but I'll let you elaborate.
Yep. White cabbage butterfly on a woodland aster.
Oh, I wouldn't have gotten the woodland aster, but I got the white cabbage butterfly. So 50%.
I didn't want to distract from the event discussion. So I didn't want anything too showy.
Oh, okay.
Showy? Is that a word?
Okay, sure, that's a word, yeah. Marty Jencius is here with us as well. Marty, it's great to see you.
It's good to be here. It's especially good to be here that they didn't release another Vision Pro. Otherwise, I would have to eat my own head on this show like I promised last time.
Well, I'm relieved to see both you and Eric here because I thought Vision Profiles was going to come to blows last night. We will get to that in a minute, but there seemed to be a bit of a disagreement over the event. So I want to hear this continue here. It was very entertaining. Jeff Gamet is here.
Listen to that.
Yeah, you should. Jeff, good to see you.
It's great to be here, and sorry my schedule was all wonky, but here I am. I'm back, and I'm happy that I'm here and not sitting in a courtroom.
Yes. Yes. As a juror, let's be clear that you were.
Oh, right.
That's right. For witness
Show
protection.
us your
weren't
ankle bracelet.
you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to see?
Yes.
No.
Jeff was
No
not
pants.
living Jeff was not living the pants-free lifestyle in the wrong place. He
Yeah.
was a juror.
Yeah. Yeah, judges, they get kind of uptight about that.
Yeah. In spite of what's under their robes.
Can't wear hats in the courtroom. Have to wear pants in the courtrooms. Rules, blah, blah, blah.
Jim Ray, I assume that you wear pants wherever you go.
What?
Well, you can
Just seem-
assume.
It just seemed to follow through, you know? Good to have you, Jim.
Thank
He's
you.
speechless.
And last but absolutely not least, making a surprise appearance, Patrice Brend'amour. Patrice, it's great to see you. Thank you for staying up very, very late.
Hi. Yeah, I'm it's been quite a long time that I managed to do this, but I'm on vacation, so yay. Here I am.
That's so
coming
with-
off
So
coming off a really
with-
cool conversation on in space, by the way, like with some Americans. So
Oh, okay. So
highly recommend
you,
that.
your idea of vacation is to lose sleep coming and talking to this crew. I like that.
Pretty
That's
much,
good.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's good. That's good.
You know, I got nothing else to do, so why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
No, I'm kidding. I
Yeah.
really was looking forward to this.
Wow.
Yeah, you've raised the value of us being here by saying that.
So we had after lots of speculation and what seemed to be endless rumors, as always, we finally had the Glowtime event. We had announcements of basically, I guess, 3 major new product categories. Why don't we start with where Apple started with and find out, what the reactions were to the Apple Watch announcements and who's getting one or has ordered or is thinking about it. I will jump in and say contrary to what I thought I was going to do, I've already pre-ordered my Apple Series 10 to see. I want to see how it goes. Of course, there's always the option to return it, but I don't think I've ever returned a pre-ordered product. So I feel pretty good about this. My decision to go ahead and order it was based on the fact that I must have missed it during the actual keynote, but the Apple Watch Series 10 actually has a bigger screen than the Ultra.
Mhm.
And that was one of my primary reasons for upgrading, since mine is now 3 generations down. So it'll be here, I guess next Friday. So
So
that's,
you had what, a Series 7?
yeah, I had a Series 7 and I haven't upgraded since then.
Yeah, it's a bigger screen, but the shape of the watch is actually not that bigger. It's like barely any bigger.
But it's thinner.
It's thinner.
And thinner.
It's a little bit lighter. It's not that much bigger.
Yeah.
So thinner probably means it's back down to the thickness that Apple Watch used to be. I didn't look at the
No, I think no,
specs.
because the Apple Watch used to be thicker, actually.
Yeah, but then it got thinner and then it got thicker again.
Did
Did
it?
it?
Huh. Did it?
Hmm.
I don't even
I don't know.
remember that.
I don't.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
I remember things like that, but I can't remember my address.
123 Anywhere Street, Jeff.
Yes.
So that's what I'm doing. Brian, how about you? What is your upgrade plan, if any?
Yeah, I was thinking, last year when the Ultra 2 was released, and I have a Series 6 40 millimeter, and I was thinking to myself last year, maybe I'll go ahead and upgrade. But I was, the Watch Series 6 was still working out well for me. I had no big complaints, and I really still don't have huge complaints about it, except for one is mainly the battery life is starting to go on it. And when I bought the watch, about 4 years ago, it was mainly just more of, glancing at it on occasion, something came in, and then usually doing more of the horsepower work on the phone. And I've been, more and more over the past couple years, I've been interacting more with the watch, pressing it more and that type of thing. And as such, I'm definitely going to want a bigger screen. So when the Series 10 was announced, and then they had the Ultra 2 in black, I was looking over both and comparing specs and that type of thing. But ultimately, for me, I ended up going with the Ultra 2. But I ended up buying it from Amazon. They offered right now it's on sale. It was like $120 off the regular price, and brand new. It's not a refurb. And so that's what I went with. And then I'm handing down my Series 6 to a family member.
So the Ultra 2 you're getting is not the black one.
Correct. Yeah, the natural titanium. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Because I didn't think that the black ones were discounted in any way, shape, or form, especially since they're not out yet. So.
You just going to ask that same question.
Yeah, and I was kind of thinking of going. Anyways, I've been wearing a black watch I had a Series 3 a while back, and then a Series 6, and I was thinking, going with the lighter shade, anyways. So.
Yeah, I've had black watches now for as long as I can remember. I know I did have at least one Apple Watch that was the aluminum case, but as soon as they gave me a black option, I went for it. I just like it better. So, who else is partaking of a new Apple Watch? Marty, I saw you.
Yep.
Okay, Marty first, and Patrice. Marty?
Yeah, I'm doing a little thing different. I currently have an Ultra 2 and a Series 9, and I listened to your comments about it earlier on, Chuck, previous show, or a different show, where you're like, well, I really want to get it on my wrist and I want to make some decisions about sizes and such. And my attitude was, I'm going to have it for a year. Then I'm going to trade it in and get something different. So if it's too big for my wrist, I'll live with it. I'll probably adjust to it, and it'll be just part of my system. But with both watches, you can tell I decided I was going to trade in the Ultra 2 when I was set up the purchase for the Series 10 and get some credit for that. Because I just don't need two watches, and the Ultra it has so many metrics on it. I'm not going to go deep sea diving or anything like that. So the kinds of things that gear it toward an athlete actually gear it away from me. So, and the Series 10 seems to do all the metrics that I want, at least all the same health metrics that I want. Now, next year, if they come out with additional health metrics on a Series 11 or only on an Ultra, then I'll switch back to the Ultra. But I decided to swap it around a bit.
Do you ever use the oxygen?
What'd you say, Jim?
Do you ever use the oxygen sensor?
I did, until, of course, I upgraded the software and they shut that off.
What do you mean? My Ultra still does it.
The new ones won't, because that was that lawsuit.
Yeah,
right. But
yeah,
I bought my
not in the
Ultra
US
2 just before they did that, partly because I was anticipating that.
Yeah,
and the oxygen sensor still works.
I'll take a look at it. I heard that it got Sherlocked when they upgraded the software.
No.
If you had
only on new
if you had
devices that you
originally.
bought after.
yeah.
It's if you buy one now, like a Series 9, if you were to buy a new one now,
or get a replacement.
Or get a replacement, it doesn't have it.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's that I can touch on that topic. I have a comment on that.
MacVoices is supported by 1Password Extended Access Management. It is security for the way we work today. Find out more at onepassword.com/MacVoices. Do your end users always work on company-owned devices and IT-approved apps? No, not usually or mostly. Always, without exception. I sort of doubted it. End users are always taking shortcuts that are high on convenience, but sometimes low on security. So how do you keep your company's data safe when it's sitting on all those unmanaged apps and devices? That's easier than ever before with 1Password Extended Access Management. It requires every sign-in for every app on every device, period. No shortcuts, no workarounds, so that your systems are safer than ever before. 1Password Access Management solves the problems traditional IAM and MDM can't. It is security for the way we work today. Visit 1password.com/MacVoices to learn more. That's the number 1password.com/MacVoices. Thanks to 1Password for supporting MacVoices. First of all, let me welcome Webb Bixby. Webb, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Go Chiefs.
Thank you very much. Good to be here. Keep going. I've been listening. So,
okay, all right. Well, we will come and find out what you're doing in a minute. Marty, it's interesting to hear you say because the more I looked at the Ultra 2, it's like the only thing that it really had that I wanted was the screen size. I mean, the other things are nice, but they really don't apply to me because I'm not a scuba diver or anything like that. And so when I realized that the Series 10 is larger, it's like, well, that's my primary desire. So that's what I went for.
The Ultra does have one other feature, which
There's
is
a bunch of other features.
Yeah.
The battery.
Yes,
It has
true.
like twice as much battery.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean the whole sleep apnea thing that's coming, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think is the replacement for the blood oxygen thing, because you can detect apnea with blood oxygen meters as well. So I'm guessing that's their way around that.
Yeah, Jim, you're right. I looked at that too, and I thought, I've never really. Maybe twice I've run out of battery power with my normal schedule, and so yeah, it'd be nice not to have to bother with it, but it wasn't a deal breaker. Patrice,
no, I'm not saying it was, but it is pretty. I do have an Ultra, and that part of it is really nice because I rarely get below 50%, and I have worn it. Well, I did go below 50 when I did this, but I have worn it for 2 days continuously without. On the other hand, it's kind of heavy.
It's like a free workout.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
no, he paid for it.
You can't really see it, but
yeah, stronger forearms.
I wind up like wanting to take it off, and take a break.
Patrice, what are you? What is your plan?
Well, I mean, I bought it the second I could. So because one, they have it in rose gold finally again. So that was, insta buy for me because I hate the colors that Apple usually offers. Bigger screen, the new compared to the 9 and the 8 and so on, they have the new OLED screen as well, which is supposedly different. We'll see how good it really is. Just like the sleep. All the trackers and so on. I use it all the time. I'm running out of power, every night now because the battery is getting worse and worse. I have a Series 8, so it was simply time as well. Used to last 24 hours, and now I'm at 11% right now, so it's not gonna last the night.
Patrice, I wonder how you use your watch versus mine, because I've got a 7 and I still have great battery life. So
it's still great. It's just not good enough anymore.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm walking every day. I used to use it. I think it's still at 81, 82%, of original. So it's not bad actually for a 2-year-old device. It's just I'm using it for sleep tracking. I'm using it basically all day, every day. So it's not enough. So bigger battery, big selling point for me.
Yeah. Guy Searle's in the chat room. He couldn't be with us tonight, but he says that's why I have a separate one to wear at night. So, Marty, is that how you ended up with 2? That you wanted one for day, one for night?
Yeah, I was going to do that, and also it's just kind of mood. You know, someday I want to wear the big one. Well, the Ultra has a cellular in it. The Series 9 I have just has GPS. And so, you know, in some situations, I want to make sure I have the cellular on my hand if I'm not taking my phone with me or I'm walking away from my phone. And then in the other situation is also the heft of it versus putting on a lighter weighted watch like the Series 9 was compared to the Ultra. So
So the chat room's going back and forth. I'm kind of relieved to see this because I felt like I was the only one that was confused, debating which is bigger, the 10 Series 10, new Series 10, or the Ultra 2.
It's the new Series 10. Apple even had a slide showing the bigger screen comparison.
It actually no, because the Ultra has the 49 millimeter.
right.
And I'm looking at the page. So the dimensions of the Ultra 2 of 14, it's in millimeters because I'm in Austria. 49 millimeters by 44 by 14.4, and the Series 10 is 46 by 39 by 9.7. So about a couple of millimeters smaller than the Ultra.
Well,
They just said it's bigger than the previous.
Size.
Yeah,
Even the screen size, it's a 46 versus a 49.
They had a slide up where they showed.
They didn't show the Ultra. They showed the previous Apple Watch, the Series 9. They didn't show the Ultra.
They showed 3 different watches.
I was certain they showed the Ultra.
Well, not only that, but all the news outlets have been reporting that the Series 10 is the larger of the two.
Yeah, not according to Apple's website. I'm going to jump to it here.
No, I agree with you, Patrice, because I'm sitting here on the website too.
They said it was larger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just like 1 millimeter or something.
Not by much. It was a tiny bit.
Yeah. I mean, it might be that the screen is bigger. Who knows? But at least not according to Apple.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just the screen size.
Right.
Well,
at least they're still saying it's 46 and not 49. So I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I had a red flag that I could throw and we could go watch the videotape. You know.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calling Ed Hockley.
Let me see.
I mean, and it may, given the
it has more pixels. 416 by 496 on the 10 versus 410 by 502. So it's a little bit wider, I guess, but not as tall. Something like that. It's not a lot, honestly.
So be prepared. Be prepared if you go to order one that you're going to want to do some research. Now I'm kind of sorry I didn't wait. But on the other hand, again, you know, there is a little matter of the price differential, which is not inconsequential by any means.
Right. Depends on what version you get.
Yeah. Yeah. Webb, you came in late. What is your Apple Watch plan or plans?
I have a 7 right now. It works just fine. I like it. I did like that the new Ultra does come in black because I kind of prefer a black watch. However, I've already sent my letter to Santa Claus asking for a Series 10 for Christmas. So that's kind of my plan. So now the other thing that I've touched on with some of you is we thought fine woven was gone. It's not. There are still some fine woven products. You can damn me if you want. I'm still a leather kind of guy. I like my leather case. I like my mag leather band. I'm going to keep these, but I'm still Jeff Gamet. I'm into leather. What can I say?
I totally get it, and I'm picturing it right now, and it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Thank you, Eric.
Yes. Yep.
Okay,
I always wanted to get one of those.
You know, the other thing I thought was worth mentioning, did any of you price out the new titanium band on the Black Apple Watch or Black Apple Watch Ultra?
Oh, yes, I did.
Uh-huh. And your conclusion, Ben?
Expensive?
Let me put it this way. Titanium is the new 24 karat gold.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked great, but I'm not so sure I'm willing to pay that kind of premium for it.
Me.
So
That's the titanium link band that you're talking about. I saw it, but
Yeah.
I didn't price it out. So
yeah, if memory serves, Ben helped me out. Wasn't it $200? Didn't they add
I think it's
200?
I think it's more than that because I spec'd it out on the titanium series 10, which is it's $749 for the watch in gold. Yes, I'm ostentatious. But with that link band, that watch is over $1,000.
Wow.
I think
Titanium is not cheap.
no.
Mm.
I mean, with this prices, they were apparently salvaging them from F-14 Tomcat fuselages.
That had been
I-
to the Ukraine.
I have in all of my camping gear, I have several items that are titanium, and each time I got something, it was like, oh my God, I'm spending so much money, but I'm saving so much weight. Yeah, when you're getting titanium, you are paying for titanium.
Yeah. Jeff, did we hear from you? I don't think. Are you?
Or me.
Yeah, you or Dave. Are you,
Or Ben.
well, yeah, Ben. Okay. So let's since Ben was rolling with his very expensive pricing.
I will say this. There is part of me that is screaming to save up, pinch my pennies, and get that gold titanium one. Then Dave posted something in the chat.
Right.
For me, that Blood O2 sensor is a deal breaker.
Mhm.
So until they come up with either a new design or pay Massimo, unfortunately, I will be sticking with the Series 7.
Well, you could also order one in Europe. I know someone who just like ordered one in Sweden. So
This is true.
How's it get to the US?
Yeah, but
you have
then
to
I'd
ship
have
it.
to make. But then I'd have to make you a mule, Patrice.
Well,
Gin
why
mule,
not?
Moscow mule, Kentucky mule.
Yeah, I'm a gin mule. I'll take
Oh,
that
I make an awesome gin mule. Patrice, someday I'll make you a gin mule.
deal.
So in the chat room.
Oh, okay. Yes, Webb, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you're into a dark and stormy, which is it's a mule,
yeah.
but you're using like a rum, a dark rum instead. I make a
I love a
fantastic dark and stormy.
One of each, please.
Talking about the pricing, trying to get back on track. Talking about the pricing, Craig in the chat room says, and for that kind of money, I'll get a hired hand to tell me the time.
Fair points.
Yeah, right there with you, Craig.
Yeah.
By the way,
As
confirmation:
well
the display area of the 10 is slightly bigger than the Ultra 2. It's 1220 square millimeters versus 1185. So it's actually on the website, but it's hard to find.
Okay, good. Okay, so now I feel better about my pre-order. Thank you, Patrice.
Yes, and not only will the hired hand tell you the time, but that hired hand will also do all your smart home things too.
Yeah.
That would be awesome because that would work for a change.
Right?
In theory.
Wow. Okay. Jeff, what are your plans?
My plans are not to get a new Apple Watch right now, even though I like what Apple's doing with the new models. I have a Series 8, and there's nothing in the 10 that is so critical for me that it's worth giving up the oxygen sensor support.
Fair point.
So
Jeff, just move over to Austria and then you can have it.
And I can have everything. I'll move
There's
to
no-
Austria, and I can have. It's the best of
Healthcare.
all worlds. I can have
Yeah.
health care
Here, yeah.
And schnitzel.
And schnitzel, yeah. A lot of schnitzel.
and good beer,
Mhm,
cool
Good
people.
wine.
Yeah. Let me get my bag.
Yeah, really, it sounds like.
Well, you have a
They
place
got all
to
that
stay, so-
titanium stuff. It'll be easier. Like
Right.
Oh, it's true. That's so true.
This panel is back next time on Mac Voices to talk more about Apple's Glowtime event. I'm Chuck Joyner. I'll see you then. As always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with Mac Voices magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.